What is up, everybody? You are very welcome to tonight's transfer roundup. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Transfer roundup. Let's call it that. As always, want to say a few quick thank yous. As you can see, top left corner of the screen. Last night, we did hit 140,000 subscribers here on the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. So thank you guys for your continued support. If you have any thoughts on the subjects I speak about tonight, do let me know in the comment section as always. Drop a like on the video and of course subscribe if you haven't done so. Also, want to give a shout out to our Twitch channel, which is where you can catch all of the Anfield Agenda live content. As an example, tomorrow I'll be doing a watch along over on Twitch at 4:30. We'll be starting for the Wales-Ukraine World Cup playoff. And then tomorrow night at 8:30, we'll be doing 90 minutes, myself, Paddy Murphy and Chris Stonage, of the latest LFT transfer gossip. And that's where we're going to have all of our long-form live content. Here on YouTube, you'll be getting the best of Anfield Agenda, as well as videos like this that are made specifically for YouTube. So look, let's get stuck into it. Tonight, I want to start with Robert Lewandowski, because he's a name that people keep saying to me, Craig, why aren't Liverpool interested in Robert Lewandowski? The answer is quite simple. Robert Lewandowski wants to go to Barcelona. Barcelona want to sign Robert Lewandowski. There is, of course, the small issue of money and the small issue of making sure that Bayern Munich are happy with Lewandowski leaving. He's got 1 year left on his contract. He has told Bayern Munich that he won't sign a new contract and he wants to go to Barcelona. So that's why there hasn't been any interest from many other clubs publicly around Robert Lewandowski. If Barcelona can move the numbers around and make them work, and they have a lot of plates in the air at the minute that they're trying to juggle, because they're trying to get Gavi's contract sorted out. And on Gavi, actually, I wouldn't be getting worked up thinking about him coming to Liverpool. Barca are doing everything they can to try and get Gavi's contract sorted out, because Xavi wants him to stay, he wants to stay, and it's just a matter of getting the numbers to add up. They had two priorities at the end of last season. That was getting Ronald Araujo's contract sorted, which they did, and now they're working on Gavi. So I would expect that to progress. So I wouldn't worry about Gavi if you're a Barca fan, and I wouldn't be expecting Gavi at Liverpool if, like me, you're a Liverpool fan. Back to Lewandowski. I've heard, and it's been reported, I don't know what reported is, but reported that it'll probably be a 3-year deal if and when he moves to Barcelona. And I think it will happen. I think that they'll make the numbers work, and I think they'll come up with a way of placating or pacifying Bayern Munich. So that's why I've been hesitant to speak about Robert Lewandowski. I'm not an idiot. Of course I take Robert Lewandowski. You're not idiots. Of course you take Robert Lewandowski, even at 33 years of age, because he is a guarantee of goals. So as much as I'd love him at Liverpool, we can put that in the not going to happen pile. Moving on to the might happen pile, or I'd like it to happen pile. Let's start with the I'd like it to happen pile. Jarrod Bowen made his England debut tonight. In a poor England performance, you know, he showed lots of endeavour, promise, and was getting into good attacking areas. I've no idea if Liverpool will be able to prize Jarrod Bowen away from West Ham this summer, but I do know that Liverpool admire Jarrod Bowen greatly. It's been reported by many of the reliable journalists on the LFC beat that Liverpool would like Jarrod Bowen. I would very much like Jarrod Bowen, and I understand that this name to some people will come across as one that isn't overly exciting, but trust me, Jarrod Bowen will fit, or would fit, effortlessly in Liverpool's system. Sometimes there are players that Liverpool are linked with that you just go, yeah, that makes sense, and Jarrod Bowen is one that makes sense to me. Now, you could argue about would that mean shifting Mo into the centre. That's, you know, a conversation or a headache I'd be very happy to have if Bowen came in. So 60 million is a number that I think, and again, this is just me giving an opinion, that I think may tempt West Ham into doing business. West Ham know they're going to have problems with Declan Rice and with Jarrod Bowen. And by problems, I mean a lot of interested clubs. There's no shortage of teams that are knocking West Ham's door trying to prize Declan Rice away for them. It's why Declan Rice was offered such a long-term deal, which would have made him the highest paid player in West Ham's history. Bowen, I think Bowen will realise, or will come to the conclusion, that progress is a little bit slow at the minute at West Ham. You can't really say that they've pushed on this season, because they've gone from being in the Europa League into the Europa Conference League next season. And they were incredibly good in the Europa League this season. And Bowen was a big part of why they were that good. So I'd love to know your thoughts on Bowen. Do you think he'd be a good fit? Do you think that I'm deluded in thinking he'd be a good fit? And if you're a West Ham fan, what number do you think may tempt West Ham into parting with Jarrod Bowen? Because I certainly know we're keeping tabs on him. And I remember a piece in the Echo a while back that I don't say it wanted to allude to Liverpool going in for Bowen, but it kind of intimated that maybe it's a matter of time before Liverpool publicly declare their interest in Jarrod Bowen. So for me, it'd be a no-brainer. He'd be a great fit. But I want to move on to the big story of the day. And this is a story that may have more substance to it than I first gave credit for. So I received a voice note today, which isn't unusual. I do actually have people that send me stuff from time to time. But the voice note reiterated what has been put into the public domain over the past 24 hours. Darwin Nunez, his preference is to join Liverpool over Manchester United. That shouldn't really come as a surprise to anybody, even if you're a Manchester United fan. The reason is, Liverpool are a better sporting project right now than Manchester United. We've a manager who's established, we're playing regular Champions League football, and the only thing that Manchester United could offer Darwin Nunez, which, hey, it's no small thing, but they could offer more money. They could probably offer to pay more money for him, and they could certainly offer a higher wage. But if Liverpool follow through and come to an agreement with Benfica for Darwin Nunez, then the question is he the right fit? Would he be the right choice? I suppose you have to look at this in a couple of ways. I've always, since the season ended, had a suspicion we might see a tweaking system from Klopp. We've seen Pep Guardiola bring in 2 strikers in this window. They've basically got a whole season without a recognised striker outside of maybe Gabriel Jesus, but it's not unusual for a little tweaking system as players get older, younger players come in, and maybe managers look to evolve their play. So I started to wonder, would we see an out-and-out number 9 linked with Liverpool Football Club? And when you think around and look around at out-and-out number 9s, you've got Alexander Isak maybe at Sociedad. For me, I just don't think he's good enough. Add to that I think his new contract that he signed at Sociedad will probably have a higher release clause than the previous €70 million release clause that was believed to be in his contract. You also look around maybe at Lautaro Martinez. Yes, would be a possibility stylistically, but would be not a real out-and-out 9. A goal scorer, a workhorse, a talented footballer, but we're looking to maybe replace Origi as another option. Somebody who can hold the ball up, can run the channels, can be a link-up man. And we've heard Jurgen Klopp speak glowingly about Darwin Nunez previously. And this link to Darwin Nunez hasn't really gone away over the past 5 or 6 months, really. The only real sticking point I see here from our side is the price. Because to say that I've seen a gap in valuation is an understatement. I've seen everything going from 60 million to 130 million. Now, if Liverpool could do a deal at the lower end of that estimate, even with add-ons or bonuses or whatever, I think there's a huge potential for Nunez to come in and evolve under Klopp. But as I said, it would probably take us to adjust their style, because there's no way that Liverpool are going out there and replacing Divock Origi with a 60 or 70 million quid striker, because Origi didn't have that prominent a role in our squad on a week-to-week basis that would justify it. The only thing that would justify it is if we're going to change our system a bit and look to play with an out-and-out striker. So I guess my question to you guys is, do you think Darwin Nunez is the answer? Do you think Darwin Nunez is all hype? Or do you think that Darwin Nunez is the real deal that under the tutelage of Klopp or Pep Linders, Peter Kravitz and the other forwards at the club, do you think we'd be able to push him on and really turn him into the next superstar? I don't want to make lazy comparisons here, but you know, you think about great Uruguayan forwards in recent years, Suarez, Cavani. And I know United fans might be saying to me, but hang on, Craig, Cavani was, you know, his teammate at Uruguay, is his teammate at Uruguay, and maybe he'll help grease the wheels for United. not from what I've been hearing. It seems like he was a little bit put out when he had to give up the number 7 shirt, and he felt a little bit aggrieved by his perceived lack of playing time at Manchester United. So I don't think Cavani is going to be looking to grease the wheels there and help his compatriot join Manchester United. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. As I said, tomorrow 4:30 for the watch along of Wales versus Ukraine on Twitch. Love to know your thoughts on anything I've spoken about tonight in the comment section. As always, do drop a like on the video for me. Again, do hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys. Probably won't record one of these tomorrow because we have a lot of stuff on, so probably Monday when I'm back for a late transfer news roundup. I will talk to you then. Take care. Bye bye.